What's up, millionaires? Mitch Durfee here. Today I want to teach you exactly how to make $1 million, the step-by-step process. Okay, before we go too far, I want to make sure you understand that several of these ways that I'm going to share with you do not mean you're going to become an overnight millionaire. But one thing is for sure, if you use a team to get more increased leverage on each one of these things, you're going to be able to do it much faster. Listen to what I'm about to say. You can only work so much. Even if you worked harder than anyone else around you, if they have a team, they're going to be able to shorten that path to success just by leveraging time. Again, you can only work 24 hours in one day, but a person with a team of 10 people, they can get so many more hours done because each one of those persons is able to work for at least 8 hours a day. And if everyone on the team worked for 24 hours, you're talking about 240 hours of work completed in the same time that you can only work for 24 hours. So no matter what business that I'm about to share with you or which vehicle I'm about to share with you, try to keep in mind that building a team is going to make this possible much faster. It's no secret that real estate is one of the best ways to create $1 million. Now, again, this doesn't happen overnight, but there are 5 different ways that real estate will create more income and more wealth for you. The first way is through equity capture. Now, this is when you buy a property for less than what it's worth. For example, if you saw a property on the market listed at $200,000 and the property was worth $300,000 and you bought that property, you just made $100,000 in wealth. Do this 10 times and you've generated $1 million. The second way real estate is able to create wealth and income is through cash flow. A lot of people in our Real Estate Property Warriors group on Facebook actually have been able to purchase multifamily properties. Now, these multifamily properties are able to create cash flow because you can rent out each unit in that property. So the second way to generate wealth and income is through cash flow. The third way that real estate is able to increase your net worth and get you onto this $1 million path is through market appreciation. Imagine you buy a house for $100,000 and you hold it for 10 years and that property doubles in value. You still only paid $100,000 for that property, but it's worth more in the future. And the fourth way is through tax advantages. Now, when you buy this property, you're able to depreciate this income over time. And one more way that real estate is able to generate income and create more wealth is through principal paydown. When you buy a property and you put tenants inside this property, the tenants are now paying down your principal. So for example, if you had a 30-year mortgage on a property and you own the property for 30 years, let's just say you bought $1 million worth of real estate and your tenants paid that off over time. Your tenants are making you millionaires. That's why real estate is such a great vehicle for generating $1 million. Secret number 2 to creating $1 million is Millionaire math. Now, Millionaire math has multiple different ways for you to generate $1 million, and I'm going to share with you several of those different ways. For example, Millionaire math. If you had a $200 product, you would only have to sell that to 5,000 people in order for you to generate $1 million. If you had a $500 product, you would only have to sell that to 2,000 people. If you had a $1,000 product, you'd have to sell it to 1,000 people. And if you had a $2,000 product, you would only have to sell it to 500 people. So get your gears spinning. What could you sell for $1,000 to 1,000 people? Now, before we get too deep into figuring out what the $1,000 product or offer is, think about how you can create more value for these people. For example, if you could save someone $10,000, do you think someone would pay you $1,000 to do that? Now, in my coaching programs, People pay me $1,000 a month all the time because I'm able to take their businesses from $100,000 a year or $300,000 a year to $1 million to $3 million. People are willing to purchase my coaching service because they're able to generate more money over time. Going back to your offer, I spent $10,000 on a Tony Robbins business mastery course. That business mastery course taught me how to implement teams inside my business. By implementing teams inside my business, I was able to not only grow my company into 4 states, it created more time freedom for me, it created location freedom for me, and it created financial freedom for me, all because I invested $10,000 into a program. Now, if you ask me if $10,000 was worth it, I would absolutely say yes. So create more value for your offer. Again, if you had 1,000 people pay you $1,000 and you're generating them $10,000 or $100,000, they're gonna pay you for that service. On the other side of millionaire math is what we call the subscription model. If you can get 5,000 people to pay you $17 a month, you'll generate $1 million in a year. At the same time, if you could get 1,000 people to pay you $83 a month, then you can generate $1 million in a year. That's why so many people are going to the subscription service. Again, go back to delivering value with whatever you're doing. If you can generate someone $1,000 worth of value, you'll have no problem getting people to pay you $83 a month for this service. This is why a lot of people are doing monthly mastermind coaching programs. Because if you sign up for $100 a monthly fee for a mastermind, and you're generating thousands of dollars for these people inside this group, they're never gonna leave. So maybe you can create a product that you sell for $1,000, or maybe you create an ongoing subscription model where people pay you a monthly revenue. Whichever way it is, millionaire math is the secret formula to creating $1 million worth of income. The third way to make $1 million is to create and self-publish books on Amazon. Now again, this isn't something that's gonna happen overnight, but the more products you create, over time, people are gonna start picking up one book and then the next book and the next book and the next book. Now I've self-published 5 books on Amazon. One of them is The Millionaire Business Mindset. This book talks about solving a problem. So if you're gonna self-publish books on Amazon, solve a problem. If you can solve a problem for 1 million people and they'll give you $1 per book, even if it takes a few years, over time you'll generate that $1 million. Now the second book I have here is the Millionaire 90-Day Planner. Now this is simply just a planner for you to write your goals down. Over the years, I've recognized that in order for me to be steady and true to my goals, I have to write them down. Now this planner sells online. Figure out things that you've done, that you've become experts at, and then help other people with that process. Now, maybe you don't have the skills to write your own ebook. Maybe you don't have the skills to be able to publish this book, but there are services out there like professional ghostwriters that will actually do this for you. So if you have an idea or a product or for a book, an ebook that you want to create, but you don't know how to do it, jump on sites like Freelancer and hire a team that can create this product for you. Now, again, this isn't something that's going to generate $1 million in 12 months, although there are people out there that have sold over $1 million worth of ebooks in 4 to 5 months. We talked about this earlier. Don't focus on those anomalies of the people that generate $2 million in 3 to 4 months. Focus on the steady and true path. Because the truth is, if you're trying to generate $1 million, the people that are able to stick with it, or the people that are able to start early, are the ones that are going to be able to do this every time. We're about halfway through this video, and I want to pause real quick to make sure that you understand that maybe in the past you've tried to start a business, or you've gone down the path to creating and making $1 million and you failed. Well, listen, you're not alone. Did you know that 25 of the richest people in America have also failed at some point in their life? Everyone from Warren Buffett to Larry Page, Jeff Bezos, and Carl Icahn. Each one of these people have failed a time in the past, whether it was with a business decision or something that held them back. But the secret is resilience and perseverance. Even in my business, when I was growing it into multiple states, there was growing pains. But I used a team to be able to get me past these things. So Have you started a business? If you started a business and failed, what do you think it was that actually made you fail? Drop that in the comment sections below, and maybe I can give you a little feedback on what you can do going forward so that way you don't have that problem again. Look, it's not easy to be an entrepreneur. It's also not easy to own your own business. Making $1 million isn't easy either, because if it was easy, then everyone and their mother would be doing it. But that's why I'm sharing these strategies with you. And if you comment below and you tell us what you've done in the past, each one of us can learn from those experiences and we'll be able to get there faster. Secret number 4 to making $1 million, the index funds. Now, this probably isn't the fastest way for you to make $1 million, but it is a vehicle for you to make $1 million. If you're able to consistently invest a small portion of your income every single month or every single paycheck over time, traditionally the stock market has increased in value. So the power of this compound interest over time will make you a millionaire. Now, it could take 10 to 20 years for you to be able to do this, so this might not be the best vehicle, but it is a long-term play for you to be able to make $1 million. The last thing I want to share with you is that from time to time, I hear a lot of people say that it takes money to make money. Well, all these different ways that I shared with you today for you to be able to make $1 million, well, even if you don't make $1 million in the next 12 months, these different ways will be able to create an income stream for you that you can take that money and you can re-leverage it into other vehicles. Maybe you start off with just creating an ebook or a physical book on Amazon, and that generates you a couple $100s a month in the beginning. Well, then take that couple $100s and invest in either coaching or invest in real estate or invest in creating your next product. Now, each time you're able to do this, you're able to ladder it up and create a different income stream. So the more frequently you're able to create income streams that generate money, the more likely you are to be able to making $1 million. So while it's true that it does take money to make money, if you don't have the $1 million right now, focus on something that you can do today that'll start creating income streams for you in the future. All right, this is the saddest part of the video, but it's the best part. This is where I tell you to smash that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and leave your comments below. But I want to get real with you real quick. Have you ever tried to make $1 million? What have you tried in the past? Did you give up too soon? Let me know in the comment section below whatever vehicles that you're working on currently today to generate your $1 million in income. Thanks for watching, and again, make sure to smash that subscribe button, ring that bell, and leave those comments below. Also remember, the sky is the limit. Peace.